like we have about 10 minutes for questions, so you might want to pose them to our queens from JBJS or the panel as a whole. And if we flip on the microphones, maybe we'll be able to hear. We'll try to repeat the questions to make sure that people in the back of the room can hear them. Anything for anyone?
Outside of, I guess, increasing renewal rates and user engagement, are there any other monetization strategies that any of the panelists have used?
Monetization strategies, what might they be?
Out of video, obviously.
Some hesitation from the panelists.
Okay, so JBJS is accepting video advertising, so that's sort of the most direct way that we're monetizing video on the site. The video that's associated with the articles, the scholarly video, is behind the paywall. It is part of a subscription that is required in order to see the video.
Anything, Tad, to offer?
Similar situation here. Much of our video is behind the paywall, but not all of it. Some of it is free. We have no advertising on the videos. We did have for a couple years a sponsorship for the audio summary. We don't now. If anybody's interested in sponsoring the audio summary, talk to me afterwards. But.
Mary Grace?
Yeah, just wondering for the JBJS folks, you're using Brightcove to host the videos, which makes sense. It's a lot easier, like you said, to access them that way. Do you have any concerns about archiving the videos since they are part of the journal? So how does that work if your content is on one platform and your video is on another?
Question is, how are the videos being archived?
That's an interesting question. So right now, as Christine has mentioned, we're deleting videos that go with papers that are not accepted. So we're not considering that part of the material that we want to keep. The stuff on Brightcove definitely is live. It's being streamed from Brightcove, so we need to keep that live. I'm hoping at the end of the year, like I said, to have a content management system and how we link that content management system, which will be our archival repository. How we link that and Brightcove is still yet to be determined.
Do you reference the multimedia content in the print journal?
Do you reference the multimedia content in the print journal?
That's a good question. Most of the video is associated with our online-only products. And I think that there is a sentence or two at the end of the paper that references if there is a video associated with it.
Yeah. For our videos, in the print version, there is in fact, it kind of pushes people to go to the online version because it says, there is multimedia available online. So I guess that's also pushing people away from the print version of the journal because, that's something we're also focused on, moving people away from the print version of the journals. And it's been showing our print subscriptions just keep going down, 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 down. Obviously, I don't think any library takes a print subscription anymore. And so, again, that's why it's sort of our own self-promotion that there's multimedia, so this way it's pushing people to the online version.
The print version does mention and point to the online supplement, usually as a call-out with the print, explaining that there's a multimedia or exactly what the element is that's with that journal on nejm.org. I think we could be doing that more forcefully. The design is something that was invented 5 or 6 years ago and is kind of hesitant or shy. I think it should be much more assertive because in some cases what's online is the take-home. That's what's exciting, not what's in print.
Ralph.
Does the multimedia that you serve have an independent set of standardized metadata outside of the metadata for the article? And if so, does it get an independent DOI?
answer the last part for sure. Right now, we're not giving independent DOIs to multimedia. That may be a consideration for the future, but for now, they're really all either part of an article, attached to an article, within that article, or with the videos in clinical medicine, that is the article, so it does have its own DOI because the video is the article, and actually the print component in the PDF is kind of a supplement to the video.
Yeah, the same with us. The video, the multimedia is part of the article. It doesn't have its own DOI, but that is something we are looking at in regard to even having all illustrations having their own DOIs also. So that is a whole other focus that's been discussed. So, I don't know, come back next year, maybe a different answer.
Do you have a question up front?
If I understand correctly, the code system can deliver low-resolution versions of the video streams. Did you have concerns about whether those low-resolution videos were good enough for what you were trying to convey in the papers?
Yes, yeah, obviously, there is, typically with the surgical video, there's lots of blood, there's lots of red stuff, and it can be hard even with a high-quality video to see what's going on. So it definitely is, it is a concern. It, is sort of dependent on the user's connection to the internet, and, we don't have much control over that.
We had a question along the window.
How have your expectations of the metrics on the videos been versus what you found actually has happened, not just in terms of views, but length of time on videos, sharing, source of videos?
Just to repeat that for those in the back, the question is how have the videos performed? How are the metrics actual compared to projected or hoped for?
Well, I think for us, one thing has really been the area in which the video is. I think in the clinical medicine area, it's been a very high response for those that we've had. For some other areas, not as much. Again, I think it's more focused on what discipline, because we do the whole range of disciplines, everything from clinical medicine to humanities to mathematics and stuff. So it is really, it's very discipline-centric in regard to whether it's really used or not.
Most of our videos and most of the multimedia are supplements to an article, and they don't get as much use as I think they should. Only a minority of the people going to the article, perhaps 10, 20, 30%, depending on the content, will go to the multimedia. But when they do, they're wowed, and they do sometimes lead to a lot of comments on Facebook. Some of the more provocative, perhaps, videos, especially of worms in strange places, and actually normal, healthy places, but with worms in them, will get tens of thousands of views and hundreds of comments on the Facebook page. What that's accomplishing, I'm not quite sure, but they do sometimes get a lot of attention. But the standard approach to the multimedia video as the supplement to the article isn't getting as much traffic as it really should, because you have to kind of go through the article, decide, I am going to go on to the video, even though we're trying to make them visible right on the page for that article, but it's another step that the person has to take.
A question in the back?
Has the submission process lengthened in any material way as a result of submissions that do include videos?
Do the videos add to the time it takes the authors to submit? Is that the question?
Yes. Is this on?
I don't know, but...
It depends what journal you're looking at. For our surgical technique journal, oftentimes the editor will ask for detailed videos, and that'll take 2 or 3 months, so about a month or two longer than average, in order for the authors to actually shoot the video and edit it to our standards.
I think
can take one more question.
JBJS question. I'm just interested in how scalable you think the process you put in place might be. Because I can see how it works on 4 journals, but say 50, 100.
Question is, how scalable is the peer review process that Christina explained, 4 journals being different from 30?
That's a good question. Right now, our one author video submission site can handle our 4 different journals. I think in the future, depending on how much we expand, it should be okay for a smaller publisher such as us. So for us, our workflow is, I think, flexible enough to handle a larger volume, and that's what we're hoping for.
So I want to thank everybody for staying with us. I think I hope it has been a helpful presentation. I guess I need a cup of coffee. So again, if you want to discuss further, if questions occur to you overnight, please look for me. I'll be monitoring a table tomorrow at lunch. And meanwhile, thank you very much.